Heavy source.
Well. Welcome to the Machine Room Podcast. It is I, Nostradamus, and along with me, of course, is Hammer of Venus, and we are here live with y'all. It
With
is
everybody.
with everybody. It is the 24th of January. This is exactly when we're doing this live right now, this Sunday. Once again, remember we do this right now. So far, it's been working out well. Sundays, live at Twitch, twitch.tv/Machine Room Podcast. So if you ever want to come and hang with us, you're free to come in here. You don't got to go out your home or you don't got to go
Nope.
anywhere. You could do it from your phone or the comfort of your own home. I was going to say your living room, but you could be in your room or anywhere.
Yeah. It's wherever you're comfortable.
Exactly. And once again, we highly recommend people to do it on the pooper. It's poop talk.
Yes. Poop show. What the hell?
Feel good, feel comfy. And we like to say hi to Dro, the one, our number one machine head. Always here, always in the chat room. You see how we give him a
Always.
shout out?
We do.
You could get a shout out too if you just bring your asses over here. But we also appreciate you guys if you're listening to us later on the week on your drive home or whatever, while you're at work, blah, 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 yakety smackety. The fact that you're listening to our dumbasses means a lot to us, whoever you are.
True.
Shout out to
It
you
does.
guys. And this is pretty much probably just going out to Joe because I think he's the number one guy who's just listening to us on the show.
We do this show just for Joe.
Just for him. It's really his. It's to get him through the week.
Exactly.
We don't matter at all.
You gotta hype him up to get through work.
We do. And speaking of the week, this week has been another chapter in 2021. Things are moving ahead, and you know the future is always promising around the corner, or I like to think so, because we just finally left the era of the Trump administration.
Thank God.
That is over and done with, and we just hope that those strong Trump supporters just freaking die off. And I'm not saying about them dying. I'm saying like that whole thing just dies off and they just relax and go back into under the shadows or whatever the hell it is. Because we're trying to unite and bring peace and all that other crap. And I just don't want to keep hearing this stuff like they fucking stole it and they robbed it and this man is picked by Jesus and stuff like that.
All that ignorant shit. We don't want to hear any of it.
Nah, we're done. We're done with that. We need things to go back to like normancy.
Normal, yeah.
Yeah. I'm done with all that crap. But what blew up from that day is not even the fact of Joe Biden being inaugurated and Kamala Harris being the first female vice president and such, or even how much dripping swagoo Michelle Obama was in her getup. It's all about Bernie sitting down with the mittens, cross legs. That has blown up the internet just out of nowhere. And I wanna ask, who was the person that just saw this on TV and they were like, screenshot This is hilarious.
I don't know, but it's spread like wildfire. Like I've seen it everywhere. Like every page that I follow has some kind of Bernie sitting in the chair or a GIF of him doing something animated, and they're all fucking hilarious.
They are. The internet is on a roll, and it's amazing. Like it's still going strong. We
Yep.
hit the end of the week. We're beginning the new week, and Bernie is still going strong. But what's even cooler is that he sold the picture of himself. He sold that
Hmm.
picture on a hoodie
Yeah,
for
sweatshirt.
like a sweatshirt, was it?
Yeah.
For like what, 35 or something, or 45,
Hmm.
and 100% of the proceeds goes to something.
To charity.
Yep. The guy ran with the ball and went to it, and that's pretty cool. And it's just funny how it's like the inauguration, but no, it was just this one little thing. Like you start thinking, what was he thinking at that moment? Like he was just there chilling. Was he cold? He probably was cold as shit. I
It's
think it
probably
was.
cold. It was fucking cold that day. You could
Yeah,
tell.
probably cold as shit. It's funny. It blew up. It's so all over the place. I've seen so many things that I and that's what we needed, man. That's what we needed. It was real. It was real funny, real humorous, and he ran with it, and it was just good. It was a good vibe, good feel. That's still going strong, and I'm all for it.
I hope I hope that continues throughout the next 4 to 8 years with this president,
Uh
with
huh.
Biden. I hope we have just fun and pleasant things instead of anarchy and shitty things
There's
for
a
4 years.
video back when, and it's damn, what's that journalist? There's a black dude. Oh, come on. He's like Good Morning America, I think he works for. I don't
No
talk about.
idea.
Damn it.
Hal
Joe, help me
Roker.
out here. Help me out here, man. Come on. He used to be big, then he lost weight.
Al
Uh
Roker.
Roker, there you go. So years ago, back when, he was getting his attention, like Mr. Vice President, Mr. Vice President, Mr. Vice President. Then he'll come over and he shook his hand. He ran from the street, shook his hand, left the parade, and then went back to the parade. So then comes the inauguration. He does the same thing. He's like, Mr. President, Mr. President, Mr. President. And good old Joe Biden does the same shit. He runs over to Roker and fist bumps him and then goes back over there. And I seen a
Nice.
video comparison of both moments, and it's like, that's heartwarming. That's cool. That's funny. And it's, I don't know, something that we haven't experienced in a long time, I gotta say.
Yeah, especially with the president.
Yeah.
We didn't have a fun loving, caring president. We had a selfish, ignorant, shitty president.
Yes, we did. I never want to hear from him again. And
Ever.
I hope he gets, some freaking punishment for shit that he enticed and did and whatever.
I hope he goes to prison for like life.
Yeah, something. But we're moving on from that. We moved into the new presidency, and that Biden, it was great to hear from Biden. I wish I kind of was not working at the time just to watch some of it, and I was meaning to watch highlights. But all that got my attention was the Bernie thing because that blew up, and that's just everywhere, and it's very,
Yep.
very, very, very funny and humorous, and I'm enjoying it. There's even people who drew them like anime style and whatnot, so that's funny. Or they put them in the like my neighbor Totoro or whatever, and they put him
Hmm.
like anime him there chilling and waiting for the bus too with the other characters. It's really cool, and I enjoyed it.
I
And
saw a cardboard cutout that
it,
somebody made so they can just put them anywhere.
what? I want that.
Yeah.
I want that. That's hilarious. That's like when the pandemic started here in Chicago, and there was there was a screenshot of the mayor, and the joke was that this is her like looking at you and making sure you stay your ass inside, and then people make cardboard cutouts of it and put it in areas, like this is the mayor keeping an eye on you and shit.
That's funny.
Yeah, so that Bernie thing that kind of reminds me. That'd be perfect right now because it's snowing. Well, not yet, but they said there's gonna be a big snow, and I
It's
could put up.
snowing here.
Is it a lot?
Yep. Oh yeah, it wasn't sticking, but it was like there was a bunch of water in the gutters.
Son of a bitch. Well, we're supposed to get some inches apparently overnight, and tomorrow's gonna be like crazy. And I could use a cardboard cutout Bernie to put in my
Bernie.
parking spot.
Yeah,
he can he can watch over that and
just staring at everybody.
yes. No, you need to get those for back when we could line up to wait for products and whatnot. And I'll be like, okay, this is
Yes.
it's my Bernie. He's right here. He's waiting.
Waiting for the new Google Pixel phone with Bernie.
Is Google Pixel considered Android?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
It's like the Android phone.
Is the Android phone really?
Mhm.
Always thought
'Cause
it
it's
was.
from Google.
I always thought the Galaxy phones was the Android phone. Like,
No, that's Samsung.
mm,
But Pixel's
uh,
made by Google. See, it even has a Google logo on the back.
oh, you got it.
Yeah, you got one.
Oh, a Google Pixel sponsor us.
Yes, give us money.
Give me a Google Pixel phone. I need a new phone.
It's the shit. I
Give
love
me
it.
give me a new phone. I wanted to. I always wanted to like one of the Galaxy. I saw this video of this TikTok. This guy was, I guess it was TikTok. I don't know, but he said like how he was always iPhone, 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 iPhone. He got every iteration of iPhone. Then he just started realizing it's just the same fucking shit over and over
Yep.
again. Nothing's different, whatever. And that a friend of his showed him the his Samsung Galaxy phone, and he was blown away by like, oh man, you could customize it so much and this and this and that, and
Mhm.
there's so many other features and whatnot. So then he just said, fuck
Ton.
that, and he moved over to that the Android, and he's just been with Android ever since.
With with iPhone, you get what you get. That's it. Can change like your background photo, but that's about it. With
Mm-hmm.
Android, you can change almost everything.
Yeah.
And that's what's so great about it. They even had a commercial where they got these like diehard iPhone fans and they were showing them like a new Android phone, but they kept saying, "This is the new iPhone, it's coming out." And people were blown away. They're like, "I love it. Oh my God, Apple's the best." And they're like, "Actually, this is Android."
Damn, they went psych, you dumbass. This is Android.
And it finally got them thinking, like, "Wow, I thought Android was something else." They're like, "No, it's the best."
I
Get all the settings that you need and customization, personalizing, all the different features. Like, features that iPhone come out with have been on Android for at least 2 years or more,
mm-hmm.
and that happens all the time. They always come out with some new feature and they act like they invented it, and it's like, my phone's been able to do that forever.
I try to get like my friends to see it, and but they went from Android to iPhone, and then they're just like, oh, iPhone is the best, and I'm just like, no, especially the fact that their in phone plans where they're stuck in it to pay off
Mhm.
the phone the entire time. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And then once the phone get messed up, they have to deal with some bullshit to either get it fixed or replaced, and thus costing more money. And I'm over here like, well, I just paid this, and I got a plan. And that's it.
I can say this too because I used to work for Apple, and they don't really they do beta testing, but it's really short. It's not like they do beta testing like they do for Android, where the beta testing for Android is they really wait and test everything, make sure it works, make sure there's no issues before they put it out.
Mm-hmm.
With Apple, they just put it out. They have a really short beta testing, and they're just constantly chasing bugs through their iOS updates. So they find a bug, they fix it, that fix causes another bug, and they just start over again, and that's all they do is chase bugs. So there's almost always something wrong with the iPhone because they didn't beta test properly.
So fuck iPhones.
Exactly.
What it seems to me is just the same thing over and over again, just a bigger size, more
Yep.
space. Also, the space kind of thing, you know. And I had this conversation with someone else. It's like these phones just come with their specific spaces. When Androids, you can add spaces to them.
Yeah. Or you can add, like, an SD card or something like that, and plus, one of the big things you can do with Google or Android is back up your text, which I don't know if iPhone has that yet because that was always a thing that people always asked about.
That I
And
know of.
like, "Oh, I got a new phone, I lost all my text messages." They're like, "Yep."
That's what you get. Should have got an Android and then just click and just
Exactly.
click,
Goodbye.
click. Let's see here. Shout outs to Nocturnal. Is someone else in the chat room? All right.
Welcome.
There you go. Welcome. He's this person. I don't know if it's a he or she. This person states that previous presentation Apple did with their new shit was obvious. They are whack and behind. Exactly.
And
Exactly.
everything they try to do is they're copying from Android.
I think it's just fanboy. That's what I think it is. Just fanboy
That's it.
loyalist kind of stuff.
It's the same thing with people that are Marvel versus DC. They don't like DC because it's not Marvel, because they're different. That's the same thing with Apple and Android.
Why can't
Apple people don't like Android because it's not Apple. I'm like,
why
"That's
can't we
trendy
all
as fuck."
why can't we all just get along? Huh? Why can't we
That's a
all
good
just get
question.
along? And it's like me when I got attacked earlier this week. Now, I my dumbass decided to fold and I bought an Xbox Series X.
Oh, shit.
I was like, fuck it. Daddy wants something new. It's time to spoil myself. Plus, I also bought the Cyberpunk game that was on sale, and I was like, they said this is better with the next gens, blah blah blah. I have old high school classmate, and he gets his hands on the systems and sells them, and he tried to offer me the PS5, and I'm like, I'm not really interested in it. I want to get it when it's a better model and there's actually stuff for it. But then I joked, but if you could give me an Xbox, I'll take your offer. Well, sure enough, he was like, I got this bundle here, it's waiting for you. Do you want it? And I didn't get it right away, but then he still had it, and I just said, fuck it. So I got it.
Was it a Black-friendly Bundaroo?
Yes, it was like a Black Friday bundle. It's the system. It came with an extra controller, of course, Game Pass, but I already got that. And even though I gotta see, like, I didn't see no thing that had like a Game Pass thingy or whatever, and a basketball game which I really don't care about. So that one I'm gonna sell.
Good.
I already got like a coworker who's like, I'll buy it off of you. I'm like, all right, cool, because I really don't care about it. So I got the system, and then the following day, I'm there. I'm talking to a coworker, and he's also an Xbox player, so he's all like, "Oh snap, you got it? Yeah, blah blah." This is when I talked about the game, and I was like, I'll just sell it to you, blah blah blah. And comes over LP with some other guys. He was like, and then he just started a conversation. So you heard he got a new Xbox, but then the guys next to him was like, "An Xbox?" That reaction. I'm like, "What?" He was like, "An Xbox?" After I gave you a PS4, and I'm like, dude, all right, first of all, calm down. The PS4 I gave to my fiance. But in my head, I was thinking, second of all, you're the dumbass who sold me a whole PlayStation 4 and the freaking case
In the
with the
case,
with the
right?
monitor and all that shit for like
Mhm.
$100. So I'm the winner in that. And then I was like, dude, it's an Xbox, and that's what I wanted. And he's like, but it's Microsoft, and I just had to step away from it, you
Oh
know.
god.
And it was one of those like fanboys kind of stuff, and it irritated me. It was like, dude, can I just have what I want? You know, I'm not saying I'm not saying that I don't want a PlayStation 5. I do, but not now. This is my
Right.
this is my preferred first system I want to get, and let me fucking enjoy it. I've been playing Watchdog Legion on it, having a ball. And you're rating on me because you have this fucking, high believe in this high dominance of one other system. Like that's the end of end all. I don't know. It just irritates me, and I want to choke and slap him and punch him in the face.
Force
Throw his
choke.
Yes, and throw his body in the river and all that shit.
Wanna collapse them like Luke Skywalker did with those droids? Just force collapse them.
Yes, yes, all that.
Ugh,
Ah, but anyways, so yeah, that just what reminds me. That's what I think about with the iPhone people too. They're just hardcore fanboys. That they just like this is the greatest, and they're blinded and don't see anything else. And if you even try to, you know, a true tech person will see all the options and see
exactly.
see the greatness in everything. You know what I'm saying? Like me as a gamer, I see the greatness in everything. The Xbox, the PlayStation, the Switch, even in PC. This fucking amazing. All this
Mhm.
amazing, right? I'm not going one or the other. I have a preferred, but I'm not going one or the other. You got those people with the iPhones where it's like, this is the phone. That's it. You know?
Yep.
You try showing something else, like, nope, this right here. Something else, nope, get that on my face. This right here.
That's like that whole closed-minded point of view, they're like that with everything.
Mm-hmm. That's the Trump
Like,
supporters.
exactly.
Yep.
Like PC and Apple, it's the same thing. People like I can see the pros and cons to having an Apple compared to or a Mac compared to PC, but I prefer PC because all the stuff that I use works better with PC.
Right.
Now, if
Yeah.
I was doing some kind of audio, video editing, something like that, then it's a good thing to have a Mac because those programs run better on a Mac.
I
It
oh
doesn't mean that they don't run well on a PC. They
right.
do. We use um Vegas.
Pro.
Yeah, Vegas
Yeah.
Vegas Pro. Sony Vegas Pro. Now, using that same program on an Apple probably runs a whole lot better, but we like PC because everything else runs on PC.
Mm-hmm. And it's just something
Nothing
that
against Apple. It's just a preference.
yeah, everything I've grown up on a PC. I've tried Macs back in the day and they were just like a headache to me. But I always wanted like a MacBook if I could get one,
Right.
something like that. It's just but this is better. And then with a PC, like you can build it.
Yes. You can
Y-
specify every little thing that you want, and that's what I love about PCs is I bought my PC, it's a Dell, but I still customize the shit out of it.
mm-hmm.
I've almost pretty much gutted the thing, putting in the stuff that I want, and I've had it for years. I'm not out there buying a new Mac every time one comes out.
Exactly. It's all about the customization. All about the
Exactly.
customization. This thing, my computer here has gone a year. It's been a great year, and I know that years to come, I have the option to make it even greater or keep up. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying?
Yeah.
Like I know that that's a thing, and I can't wait to spend many, many, many years with this thing. I know with a Mac, like if I got a MacBook, like that motherfucker, once it fucks up, that's it. It fucks up. I can't do anything about it. I gotta go get something else.
Yep.
I always
Unless
want.
you unless you live somewhere with the Apple Store, they can try to help you, but they're pretty much just gonna try to get you to upgrade to a new one.
Yeah,
That's it.
I ain't got time for that. I want to give a little. I'll put this little comment out there. How Dro said that Naz, how dare you be diverse and open to trying new things with technology?
How dare you?
Let's see. He also said, I have an iMac. It's going on 12 years old. I could get a new one, but I want a PC now. You see?
Mhm.
I even settled for the KFC console. That's funny. Oh man. Let me go back to the Series X. The Series X is basically just an Xbox One. It's the same thing.
Is it
Just,
really?
just it's the same thing, but just like advanced like crazy, enhanced like crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Is it?
Yeah. So I never had an Xbox One X, so I never got to see how the graphics are in that one and shit. Like
Mhm.
I still got an Xbox One. So to see a game played on the Xbox One and then played on the Xbox Series X, I see the difference. I was like, whoa, like I see the upgrade and the graphics. Of course, I don't got no 4K TV or whatever. So,
I don't even.
but it's basically just like the dashboard is still the same. It's all the same for right now.
Nice.
But it's the same thing. Just just an upgrade, just an upgrade. It's fucking big and heavy.
Does that mean you wanna get the Xbox, refrigerator?
That's what I got, the mini fridge. But I don't have it
The
standing
mini
up. I have it
fridge.
laid down, so it looks like maybe like a it looks like a toaster, but with the four slices.
Nice.
That size. That's how it looks right there, like a
The big
toaster with four
ones.
slices. If I need I now I want that. Now I want stickers to make it look like a toaster on top.
Get the bagel toaster because it's
Yes.
bigger.
There you go. We'll make it a bagel toaster. It's a big ass bagel toaster. But it's cool. And now that since I spent money on it, now it's like, okay, I'm gonna use the shit out of this. So it just motivates to like, yo, play this game, play this game, play this game, play this game. I gotta make up for it. God damn it,
Exactly. Now
son
you
of a
have to
bitch.
buy all the new games.
Man, there's not much.
No, there's not.
There's not much. So
That's what's hindering me from getting a new system is there's not really that many games out right now.
no, there's nothing. There's nothing yet. But I actually stepped into a GameStop today and I saw like what's coming. So
Right.
there's some games coming and I'm excited to play whatever is there's some that I haven't even like heard of. I'm like, what's this? What's that? And whatever. So what's gonna hurt me is if there's something that's exclusive to a PS5 and I can't touch it yet. So I'm hoping those are still like PS4 as well, and then I could play
Right.
those. Because I have no rush to freaking upgrade on that.
I didn't either, and I haven't even had my PS4 that long. Remember,
Yeah.
I just got it last year,
Mm,
so I only have like 2 or 3 games, like physical copies. Everything else is downloaded.
yeah. That's how I am too. Like I prefer digital. When it comes to the PS5, I'm getting the digital one.
Yeah.
It's cheaper and it's also
Hmm.
just digital. I now have the Series X, so I have my 4K option there ready. I mean, I could get my 4K movies on
Yeah.
upgrade. Speaking of movies, did you see the library? How it's grown?
Yeah, I haven't seen it lately, but I saw it the other day and it was pretty big.
Yeah, I realized that there's some multiples there too, but that's because I was just like upgrading from my own library and converting and shit like that. But I do have Tenant on there, so you are free to watch Tenant.
I will.
Finally.
Did you buy it or did you rent it?
I bought that one. It was
Okay, good.
on sale, and I was like, "Yup, I'm gonna get this one because this movie is one of those. It's a good movie that I can't I want to watch again and put all the be like,
You
uh-huh,
put
oh, okay, oh, yes,
you
oh."
have all the Purge movies.
I do, and you know
Oh my
why?
god.
Because Rocio was interested in the movies.
Really?
Yeah, she was like, I never seen the Purge. I kind of want to see the Purge, and I was like, oh really? So when I saw this Bunduru sale, I was like, I was like, run it, because I only have one of the four, so I got now all four, and
Nice.
we're gonna watch these movies one day.
I'm gonna watch them too. And you
You,
have Watchmen, the director's cut, which I already have the ultimate cut, but so now we have both.
oh yeah, so that's what that was. Okay, yeah, because I was just putting from my collection, so I guess I have the director's cut.
Yeah, I have the ultimate cut on there.
She said, I heard
Sucker
my name.
Punch.
Yes, I did call your name. I was talking about, she said, like, how I have the Purge movies on there. And I was like, yes, because I got them for
Mhm.
you so we could watch them. Plus, I love the Purge and they were on sale, but your motivation to get stuff. I haven't seen the series. Have you seen the series?
I haven't seen it because I didn't watch the movies yet,
Oh,
so
you haven't seen the Oh, well, this is great.
no,
Then
I've
there.
never seen them.
I benefited everybody. Now you and Rosie can both watch these movies. It's gonna be good shit.
Unleashed, I love that movie.
Unleash is the shit, yes.
And Toy Soldiers, that movie's great.
Yes. There is a Train to Busan sequel, and I've been meaning to watch it. I still haven't.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's called shit, something with a P. Peninsula.
Ooh, I have to watch that.
It's called Peninsula. And I finally saw Mandy.
I saw you tweeting about it. Was it any good?
It was, yeah, it's good.
Oh shit.
It's good.
It's the big hit.
That's right. You know it. It's good. I was hoping when I got it, it will pop up in the the family thing, but it
Yep.
didn't.
It's
It's
there.
it's. I kind of wish I was under the influence when I watched it. To tell you the truth,
Really?
because it's really fucking like trippy.
Yeah.
It's a slow start. It's a slow, trippy start. But once it gets going, it's just full tilt after that. And it's
So
so heavy and rock on and so crazy that you'll end up loving it.
you need to be baked to watch it.
I I recommend it. I recommend it. I'm kind of upset that I wasn't. I recommend it.
I always forget everything if I'm baked and I watch something. I'm like, did I watch that movie?
Really, I'm like wired, so things like I notice things more, especially like if I'm watching. I don't know, like it trips me out though because like I remember watching wrestling and feeling a little bit uncomfortable because there'll be this long silence within matches, you
Yeah.
know? So there's always commentators talking, but there was like these long silences. And I don't know if like, okay, did something happen and the commentators just didn't know what to say and it just got awkward and it was silent? Or am I in that slow, like time slowing down motion that always happens when
When you're high.
under the influence? Yeah. So I don't know. It's just trippy. Just
Excuse me.
So Mandy is something I recommend seeing on there like that. It's crazy. And
But now I have to watch it.
yeah, I'm happy I finally got to watch it. Some good shit right there.
Or what else have you watched lately?
Hmm. I we watched Road to Perdition with Tom Hanks. And as I watched
Was
that,
it
I was
good?
like, this is definitely my favorite Tom Hanks movie.
Wow, that's a bold statement.
I don't know. I love it. I love it a lot. And I'm a fool for gangster movies like that
Right?
of that time period is just fucking awesome. I don't know why I love it.
What's that other new Tom Hanks movie that just came out?
News of the World or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of I want to see that. I want to see it. I
That
saw a
looks
trailer and
good.
it looked like there's a lot of like slow pacing to it,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm a fan of westerns.
Me too.
I'm down for that. I want to see it and I'm willing to. I'm at the stage where it's like I want to help support as much as I could, So I guess I won't be I won't be so like holding back and trying to bootleg stuff. Like I will rent and pay the renting price, but I gotta be like really really like want to see it. So eventually I'll rent and see that one. I didn't do
The
it for
good thing,
Tenet though, but the reason
uh
I didn't do it for Tenet was because that movie came out like a long time ago. you know?
the good thing about Google Movies, if you rent it and you like it and you want to buy it, you can call them and get your refund for renting it, and then you can buy it.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shouldn't they just have that option? It's like, well, now you could just buy it. Or
They should, but you
they should
don't.
do it like when Bill and Ted 3 came out. It was either rent or buy, and I just bought.
I mean, that option is there. What I'm saying is if you rented it and you really liked it, you can get your money back and then buy it. And so then that way you didn't pay for it twice.
Oh, so you're just saying like, yeah, let me get that money back and then later buy it when it's available?
Yeah, and then buy it right away.
Ooh, did you hear that? Like I was scratching my throat, but it also sounded like I'm going. Oh,
Just in your head.
oh, it was in my head. Okay, I thought it was just me.
No.
He did say that multiple times. What that I'm gonna? Oh, it looks good. I'm a fan of westerns. I love a western. I love gangster flicks. I love movies. I used to like really love movies about like the Holocaust times. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, like
Oh, I
Holocaust
hate it.
theme movies and stuff like that. So I guess like World War II kind of movies. I don't
Like
know what.
Inglorious Bastards?
Yeah, like that one. That was really good. There was this one I don't remember, man, and I think it was just on TV or something. But there was this movie about a camp, but they fought back, and apparently it's like based on a true story. And I just remember that the what's his name from? Is it Ross? Is Ross the tall one in Friends?
Yeah. The one
That
that got
was
with Rachel?
yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, it's
it
him.
was a movie and it starred Ross, and he was one of the freaking Jews there, and they like fought back at the ghetto that they were kept at.
Not heard of that one.
Yeah, it was something like that. I don't know. It was a time period when I liked that, but gangster movies for sure, and westerns.
Yeah, I love a good Western. Like new
You
Westerns like The Magnificent Seven are really good.
did you ever? I want to get that. I keep hoping that it shows up as a sale, and I think they were called Gangster Squad.
Yeah. I think I've heard of that one.
The one
That
that
sounds familiar.
they changed the freaking shooting in the theater because of what really happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still mad about that.
Yeah, that's stupid.
I still feel mad because that was like such a selling point, you know? Like you saw the trailer
Mhm.
and then at the end it just and then there's the scene in the theater and they're going through the screen and they're shooting it up and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And then they take it out because of what really happened.
That's stupid.
It is fucking dumbass. Nocturnal's asking, have I seen the Death Wish movies? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Nas has seen everything.
Almost. But yeah, I grew up. My father watched the Death Wish movies, and he really loved freaking Charles Bronson kicking ass and shit. Hey, that's why I always crack up on that one Simpson jokes. It's like they're in Bronson, whatever, and
Yeah.
then you see the Bronson mom and kid, and he's like, "Hey, ma, can I have some cookies?" She's like, "No dice," and then he goes, "This ain't over." That shit cracks me up every single time. And then I watched the one with Bruce Willis, and I liked it. It was not that bad.
I think it could have been better.
It could
I
have.
think there should have been more direction.
Oh, you know, Bruce Willis is gonna what did Kevin Smith say? He's gonna honeymoon it
Yep.
all the time. It's just Bruce Willis doing Bruce Willis. He's gonna honeymoon it the whole time.
Always. He's always
Always.
Bruce Willis.
He just gotta find that. He's gotta he's gotta do like all these other old actors do, where they find like Nicolas Cage. He found it, you know, like he
Yep.
knows like this is where I shine in, and Mandy is like one of those things that just prove it. Like he's got that crazy out there kind of like intense acting, and you just gotta find that movie that matches that. So Bruce Willis gotta find that kind of movie that matches that. I just think I just want to see him as John McClane. That's pretty much it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just keep being John McClane, keep being that witty, crazy, badass cop, and I'll be happy.
You gotta think about what Bruce Willis is. He was like a street kid from New Jersey. So as an adult in movies, he needs to be that in a movie is like somebody that was a crazy street kid from New Jersey. And Die Hard is definitely one of those movies where he can do that.
Die Hard is that, yes. And they need to do something to make up for Die Hard 5 because I still got a bad taste from that.
I do too.
Yeah.
That movie was like line, 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 action scene. Line, 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 action scene.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't really remember much. I just remember it's like, oh, he got a son now? I mean, he always had a kid. That's the thing. Like when I watch Die Hard again, it's like, oh yeah, he did have kids. But it's like, oh, he had his son was in things now, and the helicopter scene at the end when they're falling through the floors and the helicopter's falling too, and that he gave the middle finger while they're falling. That's the only thing that I remember because that was like
I don't
funny.
see. I don't even remember that.
Yeah, that's all I remember. That was the only shit I remember, and that it was in Russia, and I felt like
Yeah,
it was a dull setting.
I just remember shootouts. There was a bunch of shootouts. That was about it.
That's why I remember more from Live Free or Die Hard. That one was more of
That
a
movie's great
yeah.
because that's something that could actually happen.
Mm-hmm.
A fire sale like that, like, given the right hackers and people that know their shit, that could actually happen, and that would be like, super scary.
Plus Timothy Oliphant. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Plus Timothy Oliphant. I just learned that I've been saying his name wrong the whole time. It's
That's okay.
Oliphant. I
Regardless, he's the shit.
He is the shit. I've been
Anything that he's in, I like, except for the Hitman movie, it wasn't that great.
I've been listening to nothing but Conan's podcast, and he had Timothy Oliphant on it, and the man's voice, man, is just so damn soothing. Plus, he's funny. He's like a witty, funny
Yes.
guy. So he was he was cracking me up, and I'm just like,
That's what was so great about the Santa Clarita Diet. They had him and Drew Barrymore
so the show that they just stopped.
on a cliffhanger, huge cliffhanger.
Pissed off. I'm so
Now
mad.
we'll never know what happens
So mad again. We should do a
with that
petition. Just
that little ball.
give us a petition just so we could get a movie to wrap it up.
I'm sure there is. I can look it up right now.
I don't know. I mean, you got Oliphant doing whatever, and Drew Barrymore got her TV talk show now. That's right. Drew Barrymore got a TV talk show, people. If you didn't know
She
that,
does.
it's out there. And I just learned now they have it so it looks like they're on the same stage. So it looks like a talk show kind of setting, but they're not there. It's just like green screened and shit like that. But it looks like they're there together. Whoever she's interviewing.
Yeah, here's a petition right here for Netflix to bring back the Santa Clarita Diet.
There
I'll
you
post it
go.
in chat.
There you go. What was that put up like ages ago, and it still hasn't met its quota?
That's a huge quota.
What?
Uh,
Sign this petition.
300,000. It's still going up. People are still signing it, so that's good.
That's what I'm talking
Like,
about.
as I'm looking at it.
Sign this petition. I'm signing it. I'm tweeting it.
I'm signing it.
This. Wait. All caps. All caps. This
Okay.
series needs a finale. There you go. Bam. There you go. Making a change one petition at a time.
There you go.
She dressed up as Casey again from Scream for our new show. Nice. I've been wanting to watch the Scream movies again.
I saw that. I did. I watched the first one.
Aren't they?
It's the best.
They're on Netflix now or something, or Amazon Prime or some shit.
Not sure. I think they're on Amazon Prime, but I just bootlegged them.
They're somewhere. Also, what he said, Dro said, also pitch a show where Timothy Oliphant plays everyone in the show, including the background characters.
I'd watch that.
Just all Oliphant.
That would be the name of the show. Just call it Oliphant.
Just Oliphant. That's someone else that I know he made his mark, but I think he could still do more, you know?
Yeah, always.
I think he could still do more. I forgot that he showed up in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood as well.
He sure did. He was also in Mandalorian.
Oh, ooh, you know it. I
So
pointed
great.
him out right away. I was like, it's Oliphant. And then I got all giddy and my heart started beating quicker. What, Dro? All Oliphant on ABC. Remember those nights? It's different now. Back then, we grew up and you had like must see TV and TGIF and Saturday morning
Oh,
cartoons,
they
Kids
used to have
WB.
they used to have shit that you wanted to watch.
Yeah. And that was the
It
only way you could watch it, back
Yeah,
then.
and it
If
was stuff that, like, oh, Family Matters and stuff like that. It was stuff that you talked about the next day at school, like, "Oh, did you watch it?" Or, yeah,
mm-hmm.
or if it was one that came on Friday night, you talk about it on Monday.
Mm-hmm. Those were the things.
Those were the good old days.
Now it just seems like a world that like we're used to how it is now, streaming, like everything's
Yeah,
accessible by streams, which I have no problems with. I fucking love it. If you had told younger me back then that was like, hey, don't worry, kid, when you're in your 30s, all this is gonna be accessible like instantly.
and
You,
yeah, instantly.
yeah, like, hey, you want to watch freaking DuckTales like crazy? Don't worry, you'll be able to watch it like crazy when you're in your 30s, all at once, over and over again. And I feel like there's still more shows that we need to get full access to, and
Oh,
I
for
love it.
sure.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's freaking great. The TV is kind of obsolete. I don't watch anything when it airs except for maybe wrestling, and even that I have to find ways to watch it because I don't got cable.
Do you remember what it was like when we were kids and we'd watch Saturday morning cartoons and you would go from, like, ABC, CBS, NBC,
Mm-hmm.
and you were just flipping through those 3 channels until about noon when, like, the news or something would come on, and then you had to go outside.
Yeah, that was your cue. Like, oh, it's over.
Yep.
Start my day.
Yep. You clean up, get changed, and go outside.
Yep. Hell yeah, I remember that. That was the hype. That was all the hype.
Mhm,
Now Dro says like we kind of still do that with Mandalorian. But yeah, it's true. There's still some people who do weekly stuff.
mhm,
Star Wars, these weekly shows, which is still cool. Marvel's doing it now with WandaVision, these
mhm.
weekly shows. I mean, yeah, it's stuff to look forward to. Um, and then when I watch any shows that air, I just watch the replay or whatever on a streaming thing like the CW
Mhm.
shows, which they came back with Batwoman, but they changed the girl this time.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and then I watched it because I was intrigued. Like, okay, how they write this person out? Spoiler alert: they killed her off apparently, and they brought in
Off
this
camera?
yeah off camera that, and they brought in this new girl. But oddly enough, I like the new one. I don't know why. I think because she puts more attitude into it when Ruby
Mhm.
Rose's character, when she was doing Cat Kane, felt. I think it was a story. I think it was the whole story about her and her sister and blah blah blah, and there was this and blah blah. Like there was this bad ass element, but it was like held back by too much of this stupid drama going on.
Well,
I
why
don't know
did
what it
she
is.
leave the show anyway?
Yeah, she does. And then it was funny because I saw an interview with her and Fallon. And he's trying to like ask her like, yeah, why did you leave? She was like, oh, we just came to a mutual agreement that blah blah. It's like, no, no, you didn't. Stop lying. You're making it seem
Do
like,
you
yeah, I believe you. Yeah, we should write you off and keep replacing the. No, I think it was something like she wasn't happy with it or some shit, or she didn't like the hours. That's what I heard. She didn't like filming schedule and all that stuff.
really?
Yeah, that's what
See,
I heard when it first happened.
I didn't hear anything about her wanting to leave. I just heard about them replacing her. So I had no idea that, like what happened.
Well, yeah, like, well, Dro says it right there. Like, I think she was stressed from the hectic filming schedule and left. That's what we heard.
Oh, okay.
That's what we heard. And I think I don't know. The writing her off like that was, I guess, if there was a way to do it, how it would have been done, like some kind of flashpoint kind of shit. And that's
Yeah,
when you could bring it in. It's like, oh, it's Cat Kane, but now she's, just she looks like this now. But I don't know.
crazy.
It is what it is.
I just want a Batman show.
Again,
Not like the last episode of Gotham, but I
hmm
want a whole show like that.
you heard that they're bringing back the animated series, right?
Yeah, I heard about that, and I
hmm
love that. I was a huge fan of the original series. That was a show I used to like run home after school for. Just like by the time I opened the door, it was just starting. Dun, 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 and I was like, "Oh shit!"
You had Goosebumps, and you had your little Batman action
Yes,
figures too there, and you were
I
just
did.
beating ass while he's beating ass on TV screen.
I used to have the one that was Bruce Wayne,
hmm
and then you put all the Batman stuff on him.
Yeah, I had one like that too, but I had like the
Mhm.
Michael Keaton Bruce Wayne one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so it was just like Michael Keaton, then you put all the Batsuit on him.
Did it look like Michael Keaton?
It kind of did, yeah, it kind of
It
did.
did.
From my memory, it kind of did. I can't pop him up and be like, look, because my mom gave all my toys to my nephew without my permission.
That's fucked up.
I know, right? How can you do that to your own boy?
They'd be collectors now,
Yeah, they would have been. Now they probably like in the garbage or something.
probably. I used to
Batman.
have all of the uh first season of Power Ranger Zords.
Nice.
I had all of them, even the green dragon.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
dope. I got none. The only Zord I ever got was the Falcon Zord.
Oh shit.
That's it. I wasn't spoiled with. I was spoiled with the Rangers, especially the fucking 6 feet ones or something. I think the bigger ones.
Mhm.
I was spoiled with some of those. I don't think I had all of them, and I never got any of the Zords. That's why now, as a grown ass man, I be getting whatever I can,
Including your sheets.
including my sheet. These motherfuckers better never get messed up, because they are not sold anywhere anymore. This was
Oh
like
damn.
a limited time. I remember it was also Carol looking for these, and then I got them when they were on clearance, and then she couldn't find them anywhere at all.
Oh damn.
They never remade them or anything like that. So this is like a limited time thing. This is what Rosie was gonna have to deal with and sleep with for the rest of our lives.
Forever.
Forever. I'm never changing these motherfuckers.
Gross.
I'm gonna be 50, still sleeping in this shit. I'm gonna die in these damn sheets.
You think that, but honestly, I can say that at my age now, being older, that you do grow out of stuff. Like I used to be, this little goth girl that wore brand t-shirts all the time. And you just grow out of it. There's just some, not all things, but there's
hmm
some things like, I used to have all different colored hair and stuff like that. Now I'm like at the age where I'm like, I'm sick of fucking with my hair. I'm just gonna let it be what it is, and you just grow into different things.
I want to grow into just dressing very classy all the time.
Like a baller.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the vest with the tie and shit like that, Like always.
Do it.
Always. I need to advance my cuz I see all the shirts I got and there's a lot of black and I'm like, I don't want to wear these anymore. A lot of Power Ranger shirts and this and that. I don't like to wear them. I try to wear the geeky shirts that have more color like red and white and blue and yellow,
Um,
whatever, stuff like that.
Thank you, Nocturnal, for coming through. It looks like he's leaving.
Oh shit. Well, thank you for hanging with us. You're good though because the machine room is almost gonna head out itself.
That's true.
That is true. Yeah, did we touch? Shit, weren't you gonna touch on other stuff? Totally forgot. Burn. Oh no 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 no. Larry King.
Yes, rest in
That's
peace, Larry King.
right. Larry King
Speaking of a
is gone.
baller,
That was
Larry
a
King was
guy.
a baller.
That was the guy who rocked the suspenders till the day he died.
That's what you should, encompass into your look is some suspenders with a
Sus-
vest.
Suspenders, just rock him. Be the next Larry King. Who's next? I mean, he was he was an icon, you know?
So was Sean Connery, that was a hard one.
Yeah. And that was a hard one too because I really wanted to see him do, like he didn't do much since Legendary. The League of
That's true.
Extraordinary, sorry, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. It'd been nice to keep seeing
Yeah,
him and stuff, but he didn't.
and people always wanna blame that movie for him retiring. It wasn't because of that movie, it was because he was old.
He said, "Fuck it, I'm James Bond.
There you go.
I don't need to work anymore. Fuck this."
He could've rode the coattails of James Bond for the rest of his life and made money.
He could have, but I think the man had enough money for the rest of his life. That's a fucking question I always ask. If you're fucking multi-millionaire, why would you like? I guess you would want more, but why would you want more? You know what I'm saying?
Of what? Money?
Yeah.
I don't think it's about the money, I think it's about the art. There's people that act because they like acting, it's not about the money, like, there's people that make multi-million dollars, like, I was reading something the other day about, um, the first Spider-Man movie with the, Iron Man cameo, and he got, like, $10,000,000 just for basically a cameo,
Yep.
and he didn't do it for the money, it's gotta be for the art of acting
Oh
and,
yeah, because
being
RDJ
in
doesn't
in
care about
film.
that. But he was also the staple of that whole thing, so he deserved that money.
Yeah, for sure.
I did see that same statement, but the bottom was like, no wonder they killed him off.
Yeah.
He was costing too much money.
Kill
I
him.
get, I guess in that sense, yes, I see it. But let's talk about like this big corporation that are billions of dollars
What, like Amazon and Google and Apple?
and they get like complain that their money is taken away from them, but yet they still got billions of dollars.
Yeah, they make like, Jeff Bezos makes money hand over fist, and he's still doing it, He coulda retired years ago,
Right.
but there's that's an art to some people is making money.
I'm just saying, like, if I got my hands like on a couple million, I'm good. You know, I'm good. Not that I'm not gonna do anything because then I'll, for sure, if I had that money, I'll be like, well, I'm making some short films.
Right.
But I think the art of surviving on such things is not to go overboard. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? That I realize people who like get a promotion and get paid more, then they start living higher. You know what I'm saying? And then they're like, "Oh, I
Right.
need this job so I can maintain this." And it's like you created what you need to maintain. If you stayed at the same level, then you would have been fine. You wouldn't have to go overboard or freaking stress yourself out about money because you're just
Yeah,
like you're
they're
decent.
creating that demand for money,
Yeah.
living outside of their means.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's something that's always interests me because I live very simply and I like very simple, cheap things. And, if I did come into some money, like if I won the lottery or you know,
You'll give
had
me
some
some, right?
multi-million-dollar idea
I'm just saying, you'll give me
that
some, right?
sure,
Okay, cool.
you gotta mow my yard first.
I'll do it
You'll
for
be
what?
an expensive landscaper.
For a couple million, I'll mow the shit out of your lawn.
There you go. But I'm the same way, like, I'd wanna buy a house and, like, a modest house and buy my mom, a house and a car and to make sure she's okay and live out the rest of my days with my interest from my savings account. But then there's
Exactly.
other people, like you said, they want extravagant things, so they're constantly needing more and more money.
I think the one thing I would do is travel, and more in the
Me
sense of
too.
like road traveling. Check out the whole nation, and then maybe start going like to other countries. But definitely just travel, but not do it too big. Still,
Right.
not stay in big hotels. Stay in little small motels or fucking B&Bs and shit. Speaking
I
of
think
that,
I think it would be nice to do some extravagant shit at least once. Like, stay at the, like, fancy hotel and like, live a little bit and then go back to being cheap and broke.
yeah, 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 I can see that. You'll want to do it that big, yeah. Definitely a house. That's
Yeah.
like number one. Pay my fucking student loans and all that bullshit. Oh, pay my car off. Get another car. Pay that
Yeah.
off. Gotta have choices. The whole dream is to have that garage and then walk into it like you're Bruce Wayne. You're like, which one for today?
Like, in Grand Theft Auto, when I had the garage full of all black cars.
Yes.
That would be what we do in real life. All black cars.
I remember when I started collecting cars like crazy in Grand Theft Auto, but I still went to that first car I had and souped it
Yep.
up. It was like, this one means a lot to me, and just drove that shit around.
That's what it would be like, and then Eddie would come over and eat candy bars and leave the wrappers all over the place.
He did. Oh, bastard. Fun times. Fun fucking times. And this as well was a fun time. But like everything, it must end. And RIP Larry King ended. So the big question is, who's gonna be the next king of, what was he, king of journalism, I guess? Or
Late night talk shows.
yeah, I guess so too. Because he wasn't really journalism. He was just a good interviewer.
Yeah.
You had like Barbara Walters and Larry King. It was like them two.
Yep.
That's pretty much it.
We used to have Connie Chung. I don't know what happened to her
What
ass.
happened to her? Oh shit! I totally forgot about her.
I was watching something the other day and she was in it, and I was like, "Where the fuck have you been?"
She's waiting. She waited till Larry King got out the picture. Now she's gonna go in there. Now we're gonna see Connie Chung live like crazy.
Connie Chung, the remix. She's coming back.
I don't know. I'm thinking about the one from Family Guy. What was her name?
Oh,
Uh, Trisha Taknagawa or something like that.
Takanawa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It always
Trisha
cracks me up.
Takanawa and Connie Chung are like the same person.
Well, I'd like to thank you guys for being here. Nocturnal is good. Great to see you. You already left, but it was great to see you. Dro, as always, is a pleasure, man. It's always great to have you around here. And I'm gonna call out all the people that
Chat.
didn't get involved in the freaking conversation, but hey, you were here. That's Ancrad, Cut West, Higher Mantinen. Ooh, man, these things are really hard to say. My beautiful fiance, Legendary Ross, who's probably knocked out on me or too busy. Patronovicinka, I'm killing people. Roach was good. Silly Gnome, and the freaking Streamlabs for watching us real good. You guys have been great. Hammer Venus, as always, is a pleasure hanging out with you, catching up and talking
You
the
too.
bullshit. Um, our lives are always taking us in different paths, but it's fun to have this one thing right here where we could come together and all just like chill and relax and reflect and just shoot the shit.
Exactly, and that's why the machine room will live on forever.
Yes, as long as we're here. But if I like am killed off, you can replace me.
Yes, with Heather.
Yes, with Heather. But then have like a max headroom like version of me just pop up sometimes and shit.
Dusty.
So you need to download my memories into something and make a max headroom thing and just all boxy and glitchy and shit and just
Nice.
hey guys, and then you guys get bothered and just push me off the screen and shit. That's
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 epic.
that's how I want to live on, and I want you guys to live on. Let's enjoy this next week coming up, and join us again. Actually, I want to take the next Sunday kind of off. If that's cool with you. I want to. I'm gonna do something.
What's something?
I want to watch wrestling. It's the Royal Rumble, baby. I want to do it big. I want to watch it on the big screen and whatnot and shit, and just watch that shit. It's one of the big fours, and just wanna.
Well, I was thinking the next episode we could do or wait till our 60th and we could watch the big hit.
What number are we at now?
Uh 57.
Are we 57? For real?
Yeah.
Oh shit. All right. All right then. Well, yeah. But just next Sunday we'll take a little break and we'll come back from that.
Yes.
All right, guys. So you guys get to catch up. If you haven't listened to the Machine Room Podcast, right now is your time. Take your asses to the machineroompodcast.com. Am I correct?
Yep.
Okay. Take your ass to machineroompodcast.com and listen and find anywhere you listen to podcasts, find us on Spotify, iTunes, Google what? Podcast?
Google Podcast.
Google Podcasts, the fucking Spreaker, the
Hmm.
fucking other things out there that I don't even know of.
Apple Podcast.
Apple Podcasts. Wasn't that iTunes? Isn't that the same thing?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, And if you're on there, can you rate us and comment? Huh?
Not in Twitch.
Yeah. And you can always watch us here on Twitch. And let's not forget our YouTube as well. At
Yes.
the Real Machine Room. YouTube, Real Machine Room. Like us. Freaking follow us. Subscribe if you want. And
Yes.
you know what? Why haven't we done that?
What?
We could be streaming here and there.
Multi-stream?
Same time. I could make that happen. I think I could make that happen.
We should try it.
All right, we should try it. This is for future. We're gonna
Yes.
try this and try to get the people. We could get the YouTube market in here as well. Because the Machine Room Podcast should be for everyone, and we should not just limit ourselves.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, then, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging with us. She's Hammer of Venus. I'm Nostradamus, and this has been the Machine Room Podcast. Peace out, y'all, and enjoy your week. It's 2021. Let's make it a great one.
Yes.
And not 2021 Savage.
Mm-mm. We don't want to repeat it last year.
No repeats. It's funny, we still got that Instagram on there, but we don't know how to get into it.
I saw it the other day. It was like, oh no, it doesn't work.
Damn it.